How do I feel about all this shaking? Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, y'all. So, some of y'all watched the video. Our first day in Venice video. I think it was Venice, Italy, day 10.
Y'all, why she got us in the boonies? Do y'all see any water around here?
Look.
We supposed to be in Venice. Where the water, Querin?
She approved this
We
message.
no, I didn't. Alright, I don't know if I like this. And so my thing is this, Querin, for the next leg of the stay. Do I gotta stay in the boondocks again? Can we cancel that?
You see how fickle she is? She was like, oh, why'd y'all see this video? Oh, it's so cute here.
No.
I hate it here.
I hate it here.
Something like
Or
that.
day 9 or something. And some people commented that I was nothing but one big old complainer. I want to defend myself. I'm here to defend my honor, Your Honor. So we want to talk about that day because, all right, for those of you who haven't seen the video, let me catch you up this date. Let me get you up to speed. It is the end of the cruise, and me and my partner in crime here got off the boat, and we were proceeding to go to our Airbnb. And for some reason, it was just an off day. Hey, hold on, let me get my seatbelt on right for y'all say something. Told you me and my bad habit. Okay. It was an off day. Like, I mean, it felt good. It didn't feel like it was an off day, but I say it was an off day because no matter what we did, we just kept doing everything wrong when it came to transportation. We had to figure out how to catch a bus. Then we figured out we ain't had no money for the bus. Then we had to figure out how to get some money for the bus. And then we get on the bus to realize that we were on the wrong bus. And now a stranger had to help us get on the right bus. So we get on the right bus. And the bus was crowded. Mind you, I have over 50 pounds of luggage personally. I don't even know how heavy your luggage was. But we were carrying like 3 bags apiece. And even when the bus came, I was like, girl, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get on this bus because I had my luggage in the. It was packed.
It was like jamming the door.
It was jamming in the door, and we had to like jam ourselves up on that bus. So we get on the bus, and then somewhere along the way we realize we're going in the wrong direction. So we're figuring, okay, if it's going in the wrong direction, it has to go in the right direction eventually.
Right.
So we opted to just stay on the bus. So we rolled the whole bus circuit, and we get to the bus depot, and we're like, okay, so the bus empties. We're sitting there on the bus, and that's when we discovered that that bus was now the wrong bus. So we on the wrong bus again. And so we get off that bus, and now we go and we get on the right bus. And we on the right bus, and everything seems to be going smooth till we realize, oh dang, we missed our bus stop. So we get off the bus and we decided to just walk from there. And now mind you, we had breakfast around 7 that morning because the ship landed at 6 in the morning and we had to be off the ship.
It landed.
It swam. The ship swam.
It stopped swimming.
It stopped swimming at 6 in the morning. And so so now we are finally at our Airbnb, and it's like about 1 p.m. now. And Querin picked this Airbnb. Why you? I'm just saying.
Just tell the story.
I'm saying that's why I kept blaming you in the video.
Just tell the story.
That's why I kept saying you got us out here. You got us out here. Remember?
Yo, why she got us in the boonies? She got me on the bus. I said budget life. I ain't say I was broke.
Remember? I kept using that terminology.
In a relationship with your partner, and we're partners in crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a relationship with your partner, this is marriage advice.
Yeah.
And you co-sign on a decision that your husband or wife or partner or boo thing makes, then it's y'all's decision.
It's not. But it's not.
Even if it's the most jacked up decision.
Let me tell you why it's not.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm going to tell you why it's not. Listen, the reason why it's not is because before all of this was booked, she has sent a list of options, right? And then I had sent her a list of options. about places I wanted to stay in Venice. Because for me, I wanted to stay in the heart of Venice. I wanted the canals. I wanted the ambiance. I wanted the beauty. And her places that she had picked didn't have none of that. And she said, and we got on the phone together and we went down the list and we talked about each one by one.
Right.
And so she vetoed a lot of places because Venice was more expensive. It was more expensive than staying on the mainland. And of course, so she appealed to my budget sensibilities. And she said it was just over the bridge, across the street, and around the corner, right? That was one. And two, some of the places I found, she said it looked too difficult or complicated to get to because it was going to have to involve getting a boat. Right. Now, neither of us are from Venice. And so...
Can you tell?
So getting a boat at that time did seem a bit much. Like, you gotta get your bags on the boat. But I'm like, maybe the guy would pick us up in the boat. Like, right. You know, we didn't know how it worked. I'm like, maybe he got his own private boat and the Airbnb dude would pick us up on a boat. And in her mind, she's thinking then we'll be stranded on an island somewhere.
Right.
And so I did eventually say, okay, whatever you pick is fine with me.
All those things could have been true, but they weren't.
They weren't true. But so I said those things were fine with me. So that's why I say that's the place she picked, because she vetoed the ambiance I was trying to create for us. And that's why I kept. Now in the video, I wasn't mad. Did you feel I was mad at you? Yeah, I wasn't mad at her.
Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, and I felt like for me, and I think it's because my voice was hoarse and it probably made me sound more severe than it was, right? But for me, it was more like a running joke that I wouldn't let go. That's what it was more than anything. I just kept it a theme of, look where she got us.
Did what I do best. I ignored that.
She ignored me. Yeah. So that's why I kept being like, look where she got me. Look where she got me. It was more like a running joke that she got me out here in the boondocks. You know, because of course, at the end of the day, we both agreed to that.
Yeah.
And I just regretted that I just didn't stick with my own good wanting and say, F money, we rich. Because sometimes we do get carried away with budget life.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, yeah, we're going to stay X, Y, and Z and save this money. But you know what? We learned so many lessons. Oh, and then mind you, people say about the attitude. I think that we did really well because we hadn't eaten. And when we got out there, we were hungry and we realized everything was closed for siesta.
No,
it was like
hungry. I was hangry.
It was like 2 p.m. and there was nothing in that neighborhood that was open for food. Everything was going to open back up again at 6 p.m.
Right.
The last time we had eaten was at 7 on the boat. So I feel like we did wonderfully.
I'm evil when I'm hungry.
But you wasn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
My version of evil.
Exactly. And that's what I feel like. I feel like our version of having an attitude, of hitting rock, all of that was really good compared to what I know some other people would have been. Some other people would have cussed each other out by then and then had to come back and do a makeup video, you know. But it was like we were taking it in stride. But I was, for real, like I was just feeling like this neighborhood isn't it. And for me, I was feeling like if we're on vacation, sometimes you need to pay for the ambiance of vacation. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like we were on a business trip where we're going to stay out because we're going to work all day. It was like we're on vacation. And we were 45 minutes away from the heart of Venice.
The bus stop went at 11. And our initial plan, because we do all the turn up planning and don't turn nothing.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to meet our friends in Venice that evening.
And hang out
and go out. And we literally would not have been, well, I guess you could and get an Uber or something.
We could have. We could have gotten a taxi or whatever. But it just didn't feel good. And where we were staying, the Uber, the closest it would have been able to drop us off was that street. And we were still going to have to walk through that dark park at night.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, this is not feeling good to me. And it's like, yeah, could we have sucked it up and drove on? Of course we could have. But why should we? When the only thing that stopped us from doing something was money. And money wasn't a factor. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we followed our bliss. Packed it up. And met our friends who said have room for us in Venice. And it was the best decision ever. Yeah, so that's the backstory. That's why it was her fault.
All of that just to say that.
Yeah, that's why it was her fault.
luckily, everything works out in my favor. And so this whole experience is allowing us to ball out of control when we go to Greece.
We know what we
exactly
want.
What we want.
We had a little moment, a few hours of what we didn't want to know what we do want. And what we want is luxury. We want ease and elegance. And we like being in the heart of things.
Convenience, and where the action is.
We love being in the heart of things. And sometimes when it comes to the budget mentality, we lose sight of that. Now, mind you, I'm debt free. So I have the additional discretionary funds to do things like that. You know, Querin, you're pretty much kind of debt free too. I mean, she don't have a whole lot of bills, you know. And we make pretty good income.
Almost there, yeah.
Yeah.
But say that thing, what you were saying about the whole, you said it in another video, but we live a certain kind of way here.
We live here in our day-to-day life. Yeah.
Which is still nice.
It's still nice, but we mind our pennies in our day-to-day life. So that when we go on vacations and stuff like that, we don't have to. We can afford to take on a few additional luxuries, and we can afford to pay for beauty. Actually, that's all it is. We love beauty. We love ambiance, you know. And
what's so funny when I'm giggling is because the universe is such a, you know, God is a great provider, great taker care of her. Because if you take what we paid for that room plus what we paid for the other room, we could have just got the room. It was still nothing, but we could have just stayed there in the first place. And so sometimes you don't necessarily, even though things work out perfectly, you don't have to make them difficult in the first place just so you can say that they worked out, you know?
Yes, and that is true. Because
if that was the price, if it was the price of that room plus the 120 something we paid, and that was the initial, I would have been comfortable with that. But we just went.
And we found stuff that was that price.
Yeah.
Ambiance is priceless sometimes. Yeah. And if you're going to be in Venice, and especially we're talking about one day, the one night in Venice, just be in Venice.
Right.
Don't do it. Just do it. Just go for it, you know. And so, like I said, I feel like it puts so many great desires in us because we got to do great rampages of appreciation. We got to do great rampages for what we want, like pre-paving for our future experiences and our future vacations and the type of what we want, the type of accommodations we want, the type of experience we want, just all of that. And so,
and it adds to our gratitude life. And one of our favorite private slogans, these are first world problems.
They really are.
This is not, I mean, when you really think about your life, deep. For most of us, you don't really have anything to complain about.
But you know what else?
What?
I am not afraid of conflict. I'm not, like, some people are so afraid to not feel good. Some people think like we gotta try to fake happy all the time. Yeah. And I'm not. I'm cool with being where I am and taking the bounce.
Yeah.
And we bounce though, because it's not that we get there and we stay there. We get there and we question it and we learn from it and we take the bounce. Like, it only took us an afternoon to figure it out.
Right.
Like, she was
really pissed off for like 20 minutes. And then you could see the wheels turning of allowing something different. It wasn't like,
yeah, and pissed off. Pissed off is too strong of a word.
But in other people's language, it was pissed off.
Yeah.
Clearly, based on your comments.
Yeah.
You was pissed. But,
give us some light.
So if that's all that it was,
yeah,
don't
because
get stuck in your stuff. Just like ignite.
Take the bounce.
Don't skip it.
Let it build great. It's like, let the frustration build greater desires in you. Let the frustration lead you to ask yourself, well, if this isn't what I want, what is it that I do want? And is there anything that I can do here and now to feel better? And for us, it was too easy. Pack up and move with our friends. And that was just real simple.
And it was so easy because then
we didn't have to go find anything, so we didn't have the effort.
We didn't have to get online and look for a place. They had a place, and they was waiting for somebody to come split the bill anyway.
Yup, and we didn't even know that at the time.
Yeah,
and the place was absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, you know what? Every day is not going to be this great high day where you're singing in the rain. There are going to be some days where you're going to be human and you're going to feel lower emotions, whether it's sadness, whether it's frustration, whether it's despair, whether it's anger, whether it's wherever it is, you're gonna feel it, but it is okay. We don't have to sweep it under a rug and pretend like it's not there, because I feel like when you do that, it just festers and it builds up, and you just create other ickiness.
And you have to be, you don't have to be, but I choose to realize that all of this greatness in life is God's, and all of the contrast is God's too. So it has to have a purpose. And the sooner you ask, what is the purpose? How is this serving me? The quicker you can, and then leave it. You don't necessarily have to get an answer right then. The quicker you can move through it. But if you're just talking about, why is this happening to me? Why isn't it happening to somebody else? This person didn't have to get through it. This always happens to me. It doesn't always happen to you. We don't always go to Venice and stay in the wrong place. That's just not a real thing. You know, so just be easy.
And we're spoiled. We're spoiled. So guess what? What may not be as great for us may be great for somebody else, but guess what? We are used to great. We are used to great. So sometimes when things aren't quite great, that just doesn't feel as good. Exactly. Exactly. But the other thing I was going to say, the other great lesson in this was the fact that this one here didn't let me and my feelings affect her and her feelings. She stayed where she was, which is an awesome thing. Like, how many times do we wish that somebody can have attitude and it don't rub off, and now we all got attitudes?
Right. And it was so hard. No, I'm just kidding.
You know,
I specifically prayed to God for that. I was like, I want to be able to, I'm generally a happy person, generally, and I want to be able to maintain that or not, you know,
regardless of what the next person is doing.
I don't want to do the opposite either. I don't want to have to feel high because she's high, and I'm really, that happened on the ship.
Oh, but she will feel high because I'm high.
That happened on the ship, and I felt low, and I took care of myself, and I didn't have to wait on her to take care of me or coddle me or what's wrong with you. You know, I didn't bring the room down, which makes me feel guilty. Vice versa, I don't have to go where she's going or another person in my presence. So I'm really pleased that
she can hold her own vibration. And I can hold my own vibration. And but the great thing is, all of our vibrations are always facing in the direction of joy. Joy and happiness is our ultimate goal in life. So even when I'm having a blip of a moment, I know how to get back. I know I want to get back. Even if she's having a blip of a moment, she knows how to get back, and she wants to get back. So that is the beauty. And the other thing is this, y'all. I said, because I wrote this in the gratitude list, I was on vacation. I was out of this good country for 29 days straight, y'all. Out of those 29 days straight days, I only had 3 low moments on that vacation. Only 3. And the low moments, y'all witnessed them because y'all watching the videos, was the Rome, when the people left us on the tour. That was a low moment. But again, you watch it, you wouldn't think it didn't look low, because we still had a great time. We still smiled. But that was a low moment because tours don't leave you, girl. That's why that was a low moment. Like, things like that don't happen to me. What is this? And then that was a low moment, the Venice thing. And then my third low moment, which you guys haven't seen yet, was in Bali. When we got to Bali, it was a day. We ain't had no friends in Bali, okay? That was the low moment. We had no friends, and we were there with a whole group of people, but it was just a very antisocial trip. And so I had a day, not even a day, y'all. It was more like an hour. Not even an hour, y'all. It was more like 20 minutes. I had 20 minutes of a what the heck? Yeah. But I think that is super, super awesome. 3 days out of 29 moments. And I ain't talking about, and they weren't even real. I mean, they were fake moments, because it wasn't like somebody did something to me or somebody, you know, something crazy happened. Y'all. But that's how great my life is. That's how good my life is. That's how good all of our lives can be, where our low moments are somebody else's high moments. Somebody else's, that looked fine to me. Somebody else's, you know what I mean? But this is the life we're building. And I think that it's also a testament of the great work that we've done through meditation, through our gratitude practice, to build up such a high life condition.
Of course, that, gratitude, y'all.
Yeah. We built up such a high life condition that what you witnessed was the lowest it got. And that's the lowest it gets.
Today with prayer, like people like stockpiling your prayers. The same thing with gratitude and grace. Just have some cushion, like your bank account. Like have some cushion. Don't be trying to find money when you need money. So
don't try to hit ready. Exactly. It's like don't try to hit rock bottom and then get prayed up. Nah, you should have been praying.
Yep.
You know, I mean, if that's what it takes, if that's what it inspires you, do that. Pray when you hit rock bottom. But all we're saying is it gets to be easier. It gets to be easier, where because you live a life of prayer up front, that them blows don't be coming for you like that. So yeah, so our low blow was the fact that Querin had us out in the boonies. My bad. She need to get it together, don't she, y'all? Now y'all agree with me, don't you?
No. Comment below.
Comment below. But again, y'all, thank y'all for rocking with us and watching these videos and leaving great comments and thumbs up and all of that. And so until the next video, y'all be blessed. Peace.